Okay, what's up, everybody? Rev Sauce 9. I'm going to just make this into a quick review real quick about SmackDown, the go-home show for Saturday night's main event. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be negative because this show was absolutely dog water. I am not a fan of the show. I thought it was really, really boring, to be honest with you. I really, really thought they could have done better building up for Saturday night's main event. The two go-home shows for it were trash. It was absolute trash. And honestly, R-Truth, what are we doing? What are we doing? Why is this guy not Ron Killings? Why is this guy not doing the Ron Killings gimmick? I don't know why we're pandering to fans and making R-Truth look like a comedy, like a Kevin Hart type character. He should be way further ahead. The Wyatt sick, to be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys on this one. They're doing the same thing again. It's Wyatt's birthday, the anniversary of his death. Stuff like that. And then people get mad at this comment from me. So you bring him out on a special occasion because of Bray Wyatt's birthday. This is how we're reintroducing, basically to do the same shit we've done before with them. Bo Dallas should be further ahead. I guess he got hurt and it kind of sabotaged what he was doing, but he wasn't doing much to begin with when they first brought the Wyatt Six together. So hopefully this time around, the third time is the charm, I guess. I guess we'll figure it out. They're on SmackDown. Supposed to be Alexa Bliss is joining them eventually. I don't know what is it going to be? Wyatt's mistress at this point? Widow, whatever. To me, I just don't care enough to care. The Wyatt Six, to be honest with you, they're great when they're booked properly. They're great when they are booked properly. Are they going to put a lot of faith into Bo Dallas? They obviously can't put, Uncle Howdy. Sorry, I know him as Bo Dallas. It shows with Aleister Black. They don't have any faith in Aleister Black. They had him lose tonight. I thought they were going to put him in the Money in the Bank. They went, oh, fuck no. We're just going to have him eat. We're going to have him do his finisher on Shinsuke, and we're going to have him roll out the ring. LA Knight's going to throw him out, and basically 1, 2, 3, LA Knight's going to Money in the Bank. I'm grateful they made that move for LA Knight. LA Knight needs to be in the Money in the Bank, and he needs to win. And if he doesn't, I'm going to be like, wow, you had this guy literally acting like he was main event with the U.S. title, so he's just mid-card at that point. And to me, he deserves better than that. That's just my personal opinion there. Tommaso Ciampa versus Chris Sabin. I could care less. DIY versus the Motor Machine Guns. I can care less. Tommaso Ciampa got some help. Johnny Gargano's wife literally helped out. Candice LeRae helped out, interfered. That was it. 1, 2, 3. Pretty much, Ciampa DIY pretty much with Candice LeRae was running amok throughout certain things of SmackDown. I could care less. DIY is not going anywhere. Like, they really haven't done much except feuding with the same people. They haven't had. This is where SmackDown needs tag teams. I mean, they brought up Fraxium, but they really haven't done much. Fraxium is running Rampage all over the joint, and they're not going to give them the belts tonight. It was a little hokey pokey. Again, I don't care. Fraxium was interviewed backstage by Byron Saxton. They were fired up about being the best tag team in the world, saying that they're going to the climate that if they beat the Profits later, it will show a video package. John Cena, this is another thing. John Cena is off filming movies, shows, car commercials for Honda and things like that. And there's no buildup. You have him as your champion, but there's no buildup. Makes no sense. That's why R-Truth, it just seems to me like it's rushed. They had no idea what they were going to do. And they're just giving John Cena competitors. They're making John Cena's run look like Tom Brady's end of his career run, which is not good. Charlotte was shown walking backstage, ran across Alexa Bliss, talking to a doll, basically back and forth. I don't care. Charlotte Flair did not win her match. Julia won that match. She pinned Selena Vega. We all knew Selena Vega was taking a pin. Again, like I said, this show was awful. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. This show was awful. Like, outside of doing the right things with LA Knight, kind of doing some cool things with having Jeff Cobb. Are they calling him Manti Teo, or what are they calling him? I heard he's like Manti Sakua or something like that. I don't know. WWE can't figure it out. Just call him Manti Teo if you want. Ask Manti Teo, can we use your name as a name? He should just be called Jeff Cobb. I'm just going to call him Jeff Cobb. I can't call him anything else. He wears the same stuff that he wears in New Japan. I'm calling him Jeff Cobb. I don't care. You can call him whatever. So we have the Secret Service, Piper Nevin, and Emba Fire versus BFAB Michin. Basically, they're creating a faction with Michin and BFAB and Selena Vega. Who cares? I really don't care. Michin and BFAB defeat the Secret Service or Secret Hervis. I don't care. Like, guys, do you care enough? This is the fodder that I don't understand. You have your champion in Selena Vega that should be in feuds being in hokey pokey shit. Come on. Like, come on. They should be setting up for Chelsea Green in her part 2. Again, like I said, I say it with AEW, the international title and the All-Atlantic title. What are we doing with both those titles? You know, why are we not having stuff for Double or Nothing? But beside the point. El Phasma, Vignette airs. They were sitting in the dining room table with glass of wine. Again, they're doing the same thing with Roosh over on AEW. I don't care for this. They need to do something new with El Phasmo. I don't care for it. Jimmy Uso, Ray Phoenix, Jacob Fatu, and JC Manteo. JC Manteo. Just call him Jeff Cobb. Or call him Manti Teo. Just call him Manti Teo at this point. Anyway, this match went to JC here, or Jeff Cobb. Jimmy Uso went up for a fog splash, and then basically the bloodline, whatever we're calling this, got up on the rope, and that was that. Again, who cares? Byron Saxton was talking backstage to LA Knight, walked into the frame. Knight said Solo has a first-class seat. Watch LA Knight win the Money in the Bank. I hope he does. R-Truth segment. Again, I really think this new booking and committee think we're stupid. I really do. They're insulting your intelligence. If you think R-Truth's promo tonight was cinema or whatever, you're under a bridge, man. I have no idea. You honestly, Shinsuke Nakamura, Aleister Black versus LA Knight, Money in the Bank qualifier, went to LA Knight. LA Knight is the man. He should be winning the Money in the Bank, honestly. That should be your guy that should win the World Heavyweight title off of somebody. They should strap a rocket ship to him, so, you know, things like that. So, here you go. Let's see here. The Street Profits and Fraxium already said you had, at the end of the show, you had the Wyatt Sick come out, had a birthday cake, all this stupid stuff. I could care less. I get they're paying homage to Bray Wyatt at the end. It was his birthday in real life. All the stuff. There was emotions. I get it. But to introduce the Wyatt Sick again the same way you did before, you could do better. They're pretty much the Judgment Day of SmackDown. Yeah, and I said it. It's nice to see the Wyatt Sick around, but it comes down to the booking. Are they going to book Uncle Howdy properly? Are they going to do the right things with storylines? Triple H is well known not to. So is this just to have Uncle Howdy be here and there and then they just fade into the abyss like Killer Cross or Curing Cross? That's another guy that's not being utilized on product, which should be utilized on product. But that was SmackDown. Like, look, at the end of the day, I'm just going to tell you, I'm just going to be honest with you. I like the Street Profits. I like Fraxium. I think Fraxium should be their number one team. They should have the belt on them. They are amazing. But their tag team division is all over the place. And again, like I said, you had Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest going back and forth between each other, right? To me, let me be real with you. How many more times can I see a Damian Priest and a Drew McIntyre match? Let's get real about it, right? Let's keep it a buck here on this channel. How many times can I see them regurgitating this? It's like the Wyatt 6. It didn't work the first time. It's not working the second time. And I guarantee it's not going to work this time. And they're going to probably go to the well because they think fans are stupid. And you know, fuck WWE with the whole Bray Wyatt thing. They're tarnishing this guy's memory. Do you know that? They're tarnishing this guy's memory. Fuck Triple H, fuck TKO. They don't know what to do. They should be honoring Bray Wyatt by having this faction be the top faction. They're not going to do that. They're not going to give Bo Dallas. They don't have faith in Bo Dallas. Okay, Uncle Howdy, they don't. This should be your new bloodline. They should be running SmackDown. But they're not. They didn't have faith in Joe Casey when he was on NXT. He was putting on bangers of matches to Donovan Dijakovic, or Dijak, or Dijakovic. Now he's now known on the indie scene. I just feel like WWE just doesn't know what they're doing with their product, especially on SmackDown. I'd rather go watch Okada cut a promo and have it insult my intelligence than watching SmackDown where they have no idea what they're doing. But they have no idea. Michin should be a heel. Michin should be turning on Selena Vega. They should be having a feud. Michin needs a title on around her waist. They're doing nothing with that. They're throwing Chelsea. They have a mid-card title. They have no idea what they're doing with. When they said that this was supposed to be a prestigious title, it's supposed to be like the men's title, but they haven't done it. But, you know, just my personal opinion. Look, you could disagree with me on SmackDown. SmackDown was just all over the place and kind of like dog water. You cannot sit and tell me this was a cinema. Okay, maybe the Wyatt 6 thing was cool to a certain extent. I'll give him a little bit of that. Out of the Bray Wyatt memory, I was a big Bray Wyatt fan as well. But I feel like they've diminished Bray Wyatt. They've milked it and ran it into the ground. And they keep doing the milking of the fans over his memory. They keep thinking you're money bags. It's why I say fuck WWE for some of the things they do. Like this whole WrestleMania shit is just mind-boggling to me. But that's just my personal opinion. I'll leave it there. My name's Rev Sauce 9. I have a mouth. I have an opinion. And if you don't like my opinion and you dislike, fuck you. And have a great day. I'll see you. Peace.